Hello everyone, welcome to another post-match review today. A disappointing match today. Chelsea dropped points against Brentford away from home. A 0-0 draw. A very disappointing draw today, people. But looking at the first half and the performance at the start, I'd rather say that's not a very bad point. We are going under a process under Potter, and sadly we have to see the results. And this is nothing new for Chelsea. When we play the teams we have to beat, we always struggle. We rode our luck against Aston Villa. We rode our luck against Crystal Palace. You cannot keep doing this forever. And today again we were caught off. A disappointing result, a very disappointing. We'll get into brief later in the video. Post-match thoughts, player waiting. So people, please like to the video and subscribe. A very disappointing draw today, a very disappointing results. But we need to move on and also see the bigger sides. As you can see in the picture, it's a very frustrating day. And Rahul Vlogs, people do subscribe to his channel. Rahul Vlogs, great channel. And is a Liverpool fan. Today they beat West Ham. Draw for Chelsea, but good for Liverpool. Liverpool fan. Bigger people do subscribe to his channel. And again, that's a fantastic result for Liverpool, I will say. Liverpool beat West Ham in a hard-fought match 1-0 today. So good result for Liverpool in my humble opinion. A very good result. And Chelsea now are seeing their shoulders. Manchester United beating Tottenham 2-0. So Chelsea are very near to Manchester United. Liverpool are getting closure. And again, these drop points are going to cost Chelsea badly. Another frustrating result. But again, we were very lucky to beat Villa and Palace. So at some point, it will equal out. And today, that result equal out for us. So on my post-match thoughts, the match started in a horrific fashion. Brentford should have been 3-4, 5-0 up even in the first half. They had so many chances. They literally had so many chances in the game. And Bubi missed an open sitter. Tony also had some chances. Kepa made 2 very good saves. Brentford could have been 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 2-0 up in the first half. It was a horrific start. How much times can Kepa Arrizabalaga keep saving Chelsea? Like, what's going on? Where is the defense? Where is the midfield? And sadly, then in around 25 minutes, Conor Gallagher had an injury, which is very sad. I hope he recovers. And Kovacic was brought on as a substitute. And that is where the game changed. Jorginho was getting destroyed by the physicality of the Brentford players. But once Kovacic came on the pitch, suddenly Jorginho had more control. And we slowly started having more possession. Broha should have done better. Aspilicueta put a peach of a cross. Absolute peach of a cross. A proper striker finishes that. I have a lot of patience with Broha. He's a young striker. He's a developing striker. He has a still lot to learn. So I have a lot of love, lot of respect for Broha. He's a fantastic striker, young player, young blood, and he will improve. But that should have been better by Broha. That was a great instinct, and that should have been better. Then Broha, what a run. He made an absolute toast of Ben Mee. And for me, that was a doubt. I think that should have been a foul, and that should have been a red card to me. But everyone has their own opinion. And I think Broha did very well up there. So in the first half, Broha was the only positive along with Kepa. It was a very bad half, and Brentford could have been 2-3-0 up. We moved to second half. Chelsea again started with some possession. Brentford lost a bit of energy, so it allowed us a bit of control, but nothing was happening. But once substitute came on the pitch, that's where the game changed. Pulisic, Sterling, Chukwuemeka, and then later in the game, Aubameyang, they changed the game on for us. Why was Havertz on the pitch today? He should be with development squad. I have no words on Shulbai. Later in the video today, on Shulbai, I'm going to rant on him. I'm literally going to rant on him because I've had enough now. What the heck is with this guy? He is talented. He has the talent, but he's so arrogant. He is so arrogant. What have you done to be this arrogant? One Champions League final goal and your arrogance is reeks. He moves on the pitch. He really takes a touch a bit lazy, finishes lazily, gets into the box lazily. What's this going on? When he hits a shot, his shot goes towards the keeper. Why does he do that? I know you're a big fan of Kai, but he's not good for Chelsea. For me, Anshul Bhai, the thing is, as much as I'm a big fan, I'm the biggest fan of Chelsea, and I agree with you. He is right now not good enough for Chelsea, and with Liao and Kuku coming up to Chelsea, Pulisic even performing well, Chukwuemeka performing well, Sterling is there, Mount is there. I think it's going to be difficult for Havertz. He has to improve. But right now, I'm not understanding what's going on because that was a horrific performance. He could not even hold on to ball. That was horrific. I thought Wolves' game was the one he was going to build the confidence on. He's really going to go on, and he's declined. He has declined. What a horrific year Kai Havertz is having. He only does well for Germany when he plays the lower league nations, but he has been horrific for Chelsea so far. I think I have to agree. If he does not perform, we have to get through him. Just imagine Trossard and Kuku in his place. They will cause mayhem. I agree. And Trossard might be coming to Chelsea in January. I think today, again, attackingly, Anshul Bhai, you'll agree, in the second half, we should have scored goals. But again, our final output is not there. Havertz, for me, I will be a bit angry on Graham Potter today as well. Graham Potter should have brought Aubameyang early for Havertz. Havertz should have been taken off at halftime. Let's be honest. I think Graham Potter brought the substitutes late. I think if he brought Pulisic earlier on the match, I think we would have won the match. I really think we would have won the match. Substitutes were late, and I think that's where the mistake was by Graham Potter today. He acted late. He acted very, very late for me. Graham Potter should have acted early, and that's where he should have made substitutions. That's where I'm not happy with Graham Potter today. He got the game wrong for me. The substitutions were at the wrong time. The starting 11 for me never made sense. What was the thinking around the lineup? And Havertz starting, Mount starting, Gallagher starting, Broha starting, and then midfield, Jorginho Loftus-Cheek was never going to work in this match. Broha is electrifying, agree. And he has to play with Oba inside Oba. Absolutely agreed. Only thing I will have Anshul Bhai with Broha is I think he should have been better on the Azpilicueta crosses. Azpilicueta put some peach of the crosses today, but Broha did not anticipate it. And that's what Aubameyang does. My only worry, people in the chat, is also regarding Manchester United. They beat Tottenham Hotspur today. Yes, they smashed Tottenham Hotspur today. They literally had around 13 shots in the first 30 minutes. If we play like we did today, we're going to get smacked by Manchester United. Absolute smacked. They are really going on good form. Marcus Rashford on the counter attack. They are going to be defensive. We are going to get absolutely smacked by Manchester United if we play Kai Havertz. Aubameyang, Sterling, Mount, and I think either Broha or either Pulisic has to play in that game. We have to play Pulisic in the game against Manchester United, not Havertz, or we're going to get absolutely smashed by them. Because if we go by today's performance, Kepa Arrizabalaga saved us again. He's becoming some sort of savior for Chelsea, and he's saving us again and again and again and again. But how much is it sustainable? How much is it sustainable? Can it sustain? We are always relying on a goalkeeper to save us, and that's a big, big concern. I think in the end, Chukwuemeka was so bright. I think Anshul Bhai will agree. I think he was so good today, Chukwuemeka. He came on, he changed the game. Pulisic, we gave him criticism, but he was electrifying today. Pulisic was magnificent today. Absolutely magnificent. He came on, he had Brentford players on toast. What a performance of Christian Pulisic. That is the Christian Pulisic I love. That is a Christian Pulisic I admire. And that is a Christian Pulisic I want to see. Very good performance. Raheem Sterling was electrifying today, but again, his final output was lacking. I think Chukwuemeka was fantastic. Aubameyang came on, made the right movements, and was really threatening. And that's where it makes me happy that the substitute had a massive, massive impact. And that's where I'm very, very happy. Our substitutes in this game were very, very good, and they performed to a very, very good level. But overall, this is a massive, massive drop points. And again, we're dropping these points, and this could really harm us. But let's be honest, this result was coming. We did not play well against Palace. Conor Gallagher goal saves us. We did not play well in the last match against away to Aston Villa. We were saved by Kepa Arrizabalaga and Mason Mount scoring stunners. That was not sustainable. And sadly, Chelsea have got their punishment today. And we were lucky to come out with a draw today. Brentford got to score 2 or 3 today. We need to move on. Manchester United next. Red Bull Salzburg next. Then we have a Premier League game before Arsenal. We have tough fixture list coming up. Manchester United in the span of this week. Arsenal, Newcastle away before the World Cup. We need to improve our performances, or top 4 could be a distant possibility, let alone even fighting for title, which is not possible. Very, very disappointing result today, and we're lucky to be a 0-0 draw today, and 5th clean sheet in a row, which we don't deserve. So going on towards Kepa, and he saves us again. This guy has been immense, and he has been immense for a long, long time. Kepa Arrizabalaga, you heard the name right. What a performance. What a damn performance. 2 matches in a row, he has saved us 3 and 1 point at least. This is Kepa at his best. What a performance. Good saves today. His sweeping was spot on today. His passing was spot on today. The way he's handling the crosses is the biggest positive. The way he's coming out, handling the crosses, really commanding the area well. Kepa Arrizabalaga is a man reborn. He's a man reborn. And what a performance by Kepa Arrizabalaga. That was a Kepa I love. What a performance. He saved us again. Those saves, especially the save for Tony, was magnificent. Kepa is criticized for his lack of height, for not able to get save headers, and not able to handle crosses. Today, Kepa Arrizabalaga proved everyone wrong, and that was a fantastic performance, and he saved Chelsea 2 matches in a row. He was the one who won us 3 points against Villa along with Mount, and today, again, he has won us a 1 point, which he did not deserve. He was spectacular in the first half, but again and again, this is not sustainable. Again and again, relying on goalkeeper to save you will really harm you in the end. We need to improve very quickly, or else a bad result can be on the corner. But Kepa is in amazing form right now. Absolutely amazing. Going towards Havertz. Horrific. Horrific. I don't know what's going on. I'm a big fan of him. I really admire his talent, but he has been bad for a long, long time. What a ridiculous bad performance that was. What an awful performance. He was nowhere in the pitch to be seen. And I agree with the one. Broha has to start against United. Him in middle, Oba on the left, and Sterling right. I do agree. And I don't want to see Havertz on the pitch for some time because he was dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Touches were very, very bad. His heavy touches were there. He was not getting into the box. Like, I don't understand this guy. When he plays to his best, he looks world class. And when you see him on the pitch, you see his stats. Oh, he makes a lot of runs. He really covers a lot of kilometers. He runs all around the pitch. But when you see him on the pitch, he looks lazy. He looks overconfident. He looks arrogant. Absolutely horrific display for Havertz. And it's been continuing for the whole season. Very, very disappointed in him. Very disappointed. And Kai Havertz needs to fix up very, very quickly. Or Rafael Leao, Christopher Nkunku, Chelsea are after Leandro Trossard. At some point, he will be replaced. This is Chelsea Football Club. You improve or you get away. I love Havertz. I still back his talent. But he has been horrific so far. And he cannot complain of lack of opportunities. He needs to fix up or Pulisic needs to get starts. Because Pulisic was absolutely awesome today. Absolutely awesome today, Christian Pulisic. And now, going on, Chelsea without Reece James. And we are shadow of what we are. Without Reece James, we are not the team we want to be. We are an absolutely awful team without Reece James. Absolutely awful. Just ridiculous. I'm just stunned for words. I have literally no words here. We're absolutely stunningly bad without Reece James. We have no ounce of creativity. We really don't know what formation we need to play. And it's becoming a massive, massive concern, people. I'm being very, very honest with you. Without him, it's becoming a massive concern. We really don't know what formation we need to play. Pulisic, Ziyech, and Kai can be the substitutes. I think I really want to say Pulisic should start against Manchester United, Anshul Bhai. But other than that, Ziyech and Kai, I don't want to see him on the pitch because they have been horrific this season so far. If Pulisic should have started instead of Kai, we would have definitely scored. Absolutely agreed. I think for me, Anshul Bhai, Graham Potter missed a trick. He should have substituted Havertz at halftime. And that's where I think he got it wrong today. And overall, people, at the moment, without Reece James, we don't really know no formation to play. Loftus-Cheek is not a natural right-wing back. Aspilicueta is not an attacking right-wing back. We really don't know what formation we need to play. Attackingly, we are lacking the output. Attackingly, we are really lacking a creativity. We're also lacking a threat. Reece James is one of our best attackers and he's a right back. He is Chelsea's best attacker and he's a right back. That is shameful. Absolutely shameful. And without Reece James, we look a very, very different side. For now, my thoughts are with Reece James and I hope he recovers quickly from his injury. But let's be brutally honest, he won't be back before the World Cup. And before the World Cup, Chelsea will already play more 5 or 6 games in the Premier League. We need to survive without James, be in the top 4. And then once he comes back, we need to find his replacement in form of backups or else we are toast after January. We need to find a Reece James replacement or a certain change in formation which allows us to be more attacking. And we have discussed earlier as well, we need a very good backup for him. Absolutely, Anshul Bhai. We need a backup for Reece James and we are struggling without him. Today, again, I feel for Graham Potter. Graham Potter did not know what formation to play today because of no Reece James. We really don't know what we have to play. Either we play a 3-4-3 with Loftus-Cheek as a right wing back. Either we play a 3-4-3 with Aspilicueta as a right wing back. Or either we play 4-2-3-1 and be exposed in the transitions. So it's a massive problem. And Reece James is the biggest glue of this side. And without him, we are a very, very different side. Going on, what went wrong today? Let's be brutally honest. First of all, the team selection was very, very surprising today. The rotation was right, but the balance was not right. And that is where we lost it today. I think starting Kai Havertz in the form I think Pulisic deserves a start. I think Mason Mount should have been rested for this game with Salzburg, Manchester United coming up. And we are going to play this kid down to the ground. We are really going to injure him. And that's where a big problem is going to come for us as well. Midfield was absolutely slaughtered today. We were absolutely destroyed in the midfield today in the starting minutes. I think in the way we started the game, the intensity was not there the way we played. We started the game slowly again and again. I don't know why. Why are we starting games badly under Graham Potter? We start with a slow pace. We are nervous for some reason. And then we grew to the game. But on some other day, before we grew into the game, Brentford could have been 2-3-0 up at half time. What went wrong today? For me, the biggest thing was substitutes. They should have come in more earlier times. Kovacic was a forced substitution for Gallagher, but I think when 60th minute Sterling, Pulisic, Chukwuemeka came on, that's where the game for Chelsea changed. Sterling, Pulisic, Chukwuemeka changed the game for Chelsea. They were the ones who changed the game for Chelsea, and we should have brought them earlier. We should have brought Pulisic earlier. Pulisic should have started this game. Chukwuemeka was fantastic. I think we should have brought the changes earlier, and that's where the mistakes we made today. Brentford's right wing back was really good today. He toasted Koulibaly. Absolutely agreed. I think Koulibaly for me was fine today, but his aggression and some mistakes are going to cost us someday because he really makes some big mistakes along with Chalobah. They both are very, very silly as well, and both of them pair cannot work together. Let's be brutally honest. We need Thiago Silva back. We need him fully rested, and we need him back very, very quickly. Going on towards Chelsea's player rating out of 10, and let's rate Chelsea players today's performance. People in the chat, please subscribe to the channel, and please people do participate in the chat on your ratings for the players and all the stuff. So for the first one, let's start with the goalkeeper, and that is Kepa Arrizabalaga. I think he had a fantastic display today. Hands up, Kepa has been fantastic for some time now. What a performance. What a damn performance of Kepa Arrizabalaga. He is saving us in the last some matches. Saved us against Aston Villa. We should have lost that game 3-0, 3-4-0. And Kepa Arrizabalaga saved us. What a save. Again today he made a fantastic save on Tony. His sweeping work is so good. The sweeping work he does is absolutely awesome. And Kepa right now, he's having his time of his life. Performing absolutely well. Looking confident. Commanding the box. Really handling the shots well. Not afraid of the long shots. Really saving and making some acrobatic saves. And looking so confident in his body language. Chelsea are finally getting the 70 million keeper we paid. And he's playing fantastically. For me, he's the man of the match today for Chelsea. And he deserves a 10 today for the performance he put. Because that was a fantastic performance. Absolutely fantastic for him today. That was awesome. Going on, Cesar Azpilicueta, Capitano, and Cesar Azpilicueta was good today. He was good today attackingly. Broha should have done better. Azpilicueta put today some peach of the crosses, which Broha could have done better from. And Azpilicueta today deserves an assist. He was very good today. He put a shift in. He ran his socks off. Like a proper captain material, he gave everything for the show today. I'm proud for my captain. Capitano, he's one of the most proper legends we've had in the last some years. What a guy, and another good performance of him today. Cesar played a very, very good game, and people need to put some respect on his name, and a player who is really serving us so well, and a proper Chelsea, a proper player. Going towards Trevor Chalobah, I think he had a decent game in terms of heading the ball out, aerial duels, defensively, but he was horrific with some of the sloppy mistakes. Again and again, the thing with Chalobah is he has a good game, but then he has a bad error, bad positioning, bad pass, and that's where he does a big problem. Aspi had a very good game today. I absolutely agreed on Chalobah. And Trevor Chalobah, I like him. When Trevor Chalobah plays, Chelsea never lose. When Trevor Chalobah plays, he's very calm in the box. So I'm very calm when Trevor Chalobah is playing. But again, let's be brutally honest. Trevor Chalobah always has that one bad mistake in him. And that is what causing us. He always has one sloppy moment in a game. And that's what biting Chelsea in the back. And that was needs to improve. Because some of the mistakes he makes is really out of order and cannot work at a club of Chelsea's level. So I think he deserves a 6 in this game. Not very good. Not very bad. And deserves a 6 for this game in my humble opinion. Going to Kalidou Koulibaly, and again a 6. Now, defensively, he handled the crosses well. He was very, very good with the crosses. He headed the ball well. He made some very, very important interceptions. And overall, Koulibaly had a fine game from his standards. But he also made some horrific mistakes, especially on the one where he saved himself. But that should have been a Brentford goal. And Koulibaly always has his aggression where he makes one bad mistake every game. This is Premier League football, and he won't get away from that. Koulibaly has to improve in that regard. He always has a good game, but he has a brain fade moment in every game for either 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. And that needs to improve, or else he's going to become the next David Luiz for Chelsea. And David Luiz was one of the best defenders I've seen attackingly. But David Luiz was one of the worst defenders I've seen for Chelsea in terms of overall defensive play at Chelsea. And I think Koulibaly has to improve defensively because he's making some massive errors. Going on, I'm so sorry. And going on, Cucurella here. And Cucurella for me had a fine game. He was defensively solid. He got in the right position at the right time. I think he made a very, very good block at the start of the game. Brentford couldn't let 1-0. So I think he had a very, very good start to the game, Cucurella. He made some defensive blocks. But when he reaches the penalty area, he just goes empty. When he reaches the final box, it's like, where is Cucurella? Where is Cucurella? He goes absolutely empty. And that is the biggest fan of Cucurella. He's a very, very good defensive wing back, but he's a very, very bad attacking wing back. And that is where Chilwell is the most important one for us. Chilwell is the one who's attackingly better. Cucurella is the one who is defensively better among the two. And that is what on the picture. Cucurella today defensively was solid, but he was attackingly an absolute disaster today. And attackingly, he had a very, very poor game today. Going on, Conor Gallagher, he was substituted very early due to injury. My thoughts are with him, and I do hope he recovers quickly. But because of that, we cannot give any ratings to him because that's what's very, very difficult. So we cannot give him any rating, but I'd give him a 5. But again, he was on very less time on the pitch, so it's very, very difficult to judge as well. So now going on to Jorginho, and I think he deserves a 6. Once Kovacic came on the pitch, I think Jorginho had a very, very good game. Once Kovacic came on the pitch. But before that, Jorginho was absolutely horrific before that. Brentford defenders were absolutely pulling him apart in the first 25 minutes. But once Kovacic came, Jorginho controlled the game. He controlled the tempo and was very, very good. This is why I give him a 6. I think Jorginho had a fine game. But because of that awful first 20 minutes, I think 6 is a fine rating for him. And that is my rating for the performance Jorginho put today. Going on towards Ruben Loftus-Cheek playing at right wing back. And that was a good display of Ruben Loftus-Cheek. He made some very, very good runs into the box. He made some very, very good passes inside the box as well. Defensively, he was very, very solid. And I think it was a good Loftus-Cheek performance. Loftus-Cheek is a big, big player for Chelsea. A very important player for Chelsea right now. Loftus-Cheek, I think, had a good performance today. He was calm. He was composed. He got in the final area. And I think it was a calm Loftus-Cheek performance. He's not a natural right wing back. So expecting a lot from him is idiocracy. He's not a right wing back. He's not a natural right wing back. So expecting massively from him will be, I think, a wrong decision. So I think Loftus-Cheek had a good game in his regard, made some right runs, made some right crosses into the box, and overall had a very, very good game. And overall, he's slowly building momentum and really becoming a favorite on Graham Potter. So doing a very, very good job. Going on, first of all, Mason Mount. And Mason Mount is being overplayed. He's being tired out, and we have Manchester United on Saturday. We have Tuesday night match against Red Bull Salzburg, and Mason Mount is being played over the limits and is getting out of bounds now. He's being played so much overly. We need to give the guy a rest, some rest, because Mason Mount is playing so many matches. World Cup is coming near. Matches are coming thick and fast. If we keep playing him in every match, he will get injured at some point. So we need to improve in that regard as well. That is the only worry I've got. But other than that, I just want to say one thing. I think Mount overall, when he was on the ball, he did a good job. Overall, again, a calm. And again, he's Chelsea's most important player because without him, we really struggle on the pitch. And Mason Mount, not at 100%, is one where Chelsea really, really struggle. Going on, Kai Havertz, and he was horrific. Absolutely horrific. I love this guy. I love his talent. I admire his talent. I want to give him time. I want Chelsea to develop him. I want us to be patient. But he's not good enough right now. He is not performing well. He's performing at a very, very bad level. For a player of his ability, for the player of the stature he has, for the player of the money we have paid to sign him, he has been very bad since coming to Chelsea. Never been consistent. When you see his stats, and you say that he makes a lot of runs into the box. He really gives his all on the pitch. This is what we really say about Kai Havertz. But let's be brutally honest. He has been bad for some time. He has been bad for a long, long time, Kai Havertz. When you look at his stat, you say he has made a lot of runs. He runs a lot around the pitch. But when you see him on the pitch, he's lazy. When you see him on the pitch, his finishing is very, very lazy. He thinks he's some expert. And when you see him on the pitch, he tries to overdo things, tries to overdo certain easy things which should not be overdone. And Kai Havertz is having a very poor season so far. A very, very poor season. And he needs to improve upon. And I'm very sorry for that. He needs to improve upon. And Havertz has been very disappointing. Do I doubt his talent? No. I do not doubt his talent. Do I think Kai Havertz will not work for Chelsea? No. I think he can work for Chelsea under Graham Potter, but it does need to fix upon, or else Chelsea in the market can always find different solutions. So this is why Kai Havertz has to improve upon. And RLC is not our level. Being a midfielder, he can just carry the ball, but doesn't know what to do with the ball in the final pass. His crosses were terrible. Absolutely agreed, Anshul Bhai. This is where, for me, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is not good enough, but we need to have some understanding. I think Anshul Bhai, he's not a right wing back. That's where the problem is. He's more of a natural number 8, but we either play him in a pivot or we either play him on a wing back. That was never a Ron Loftus-Cheek position. And the Mauricio Sarri, he played in a 4-3-3 in an attacking midfielder role. So he always had a chance to go in the box. At Chelsea, he's given a right wing back role. He's not a right wing back. And along with that, he's given a number 6 role. And he's not a number 6. So we have to have some understanding regarding that. But again, I do agree with you some point. There's so many players right now in the squad are not at a level. I love Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I love him to bits. But I do have to agree. A lot of players in the lineup are not at the level that Chelsea aspire to be. A team which used to have Ballack, AC and Lampard in the midfield many years ago. Going on towards the next player, and that's Broha. And for me, Broha had a fine game. Broha had a very fine game. He made some good runs into the box. He was very threatening. I think Broha overall did a very good job all around the game. So I was very happy with the performance of Broha. I think he should have done better with the Caesar aspect across. He could have gotten the end of some opportunities. He could have done just a bit more. But other than that, on a first display, I think Broha was good. Broha was very good. He was the most threatening thing Chelsea had on the pitch. And he was one of the most important players on the pitch. So we need to have some perspective regarding that. And he has been Chelsea's one of the most important players on substitute bench. And he's doing a very good job. That was a very good performance by Broha. He got in the box. He made an absolute toast of Ben Mee. I think he did a very good job. But yes, he's a young player. We need to be calm. And we need to give him time to develop. Going on to the next player. And the next player is Mateo Kovacic. And he's a substitute. The first substitute he made. And he made a massive impact for us in this game. A massive impact. Kovacic is Chelsea's one of the most important players. Without Kovacic, we are a very different side. A very different side. And Kovacic came on the pitch, suddenly gave Jorginho more license, suddenly gave Jorginho more protection. And I think Mateo Kovacic did a very good job all around the game. He was passing the ball well. He was winning the possession. He was carrying the ball well. I think Mateo Kovacic had a fabulous game. And he changed the game. And I think that's allowed us to get a draw. So for me, Mateo Kovacic deserves an 8 for this game. Going on, Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling for me as a substitute did a very good job. I think he came on the pitch. He was very threatening on the pitch. I think he did a fantastic job. Very threatening on the pitch. I think Raheem Sterling was today. He came on. He took on the defenders. He made the runs. He made the dribbles. And Sterling had a very good cameo. For me, he deserves a 7. That was a very good cameo by Raheem Sterling. And I think substitutes were the ones which changed the game for Chelsea. And I think we should have played broad substitutions earlier, or should have started Pulisic for this game. So that was a bit of disappointment in my humble opinion, people. Going on towards the next one, that is Pulisic. And Pulisic had a very good performance. And he needs to be starting games because he was fabulous. He had Brentford players on absolute toast in this game. He was magnificent. And I think he changed the game in Chelsea's favour. What a performance. Came onto the pitch, glided past the opponent, controlled the ball so much better, and it was so good. Absolutely beautiful. And I think I'm loving this Pulisic under Graham Potter. And I think Graham Potter needs to give him chances. He's proving now he deserves chances. And I think Pulisic should be getting deserved chances now, in my humble opinion. Going on, Chukwuemeka. And Chukwuemeka for this game, for me, deserves 8. I think he came on. He showed everyone his talent. He was very good today when he came on. Made a difference for Chelsea. Made some right runs into the box. And I think that was a very good performance by Chukwuemeka. A very good performance. I'm really happy to see how he develops for Chelsea. He's a young player. Graham Potter is giving him chances. But so far, Chukwuemeka has been very good. And he deserves his flowers. He deserves respect. Because he's been a very good player this season. And we need to put some respect on him, in my opinion. A very good performance. On Aubameyang again came off the pitch and had a massive impact in terms of getting in the right position, because playing with Havertz was like playing with 10 men. When we had Havertz on the pitch, it was looking like playing with 10 men. And that's where Aubameyang changed. He came on, he got in the right position in the box, he attracted defenders toward him, which eased the spaces for players like Havertz, for players like in the end Pulisic to enjoy upon. So it was a good performance by Aubameyang when he came on, and substitutes were the one which changed the game for us. On the manager today, I think he deserves a 6. Not a very bad game, not a very bad result, but overall, let's be brutally honest. It might not be the worst result, it might not be a bad result, but it's a drop point, and the manager for me should have made the substitutions earlier. So for me, it was a bit disappointing from the manager, and this is why I'm giving him a 6. So now coming back to the game overall, and just a final recap. Nothing much. I just want to say one thing in the regarding, because it's like 3 o'clock in my country here, 3:10. Like I have to sleep, people as well. Please, people watching, it doesn't take much. Do subscribe and like to the video. So overall, on my post-match thoughts, my final thought, I think we played a very, very good game. I think we played a fantastic game in the second half. We ended the game well, but the first half was absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific. Kepa saved us. That could have been Brentford 2, Brentford 3-0. And in the second half, Brentford had some good chances. But once Pulisic, Sterling, Chukwuemeka, Aubameyang came on the pitch, we were by miles the better team. But sadly, we couldn't finish our chances. But Pulisic is a massive positive. He should be starting some games ahead. And overall, this only shows that without Reece James, how much of a task is going to be for Chelsea to be in the top 4 this season. So overall, we do need to improve upon people. It's been a bit disappointing. But again, my hopes are there. I know it's a process. Potter will need time. And overall, drawing away to Brentford is not the worst result in the world. 6 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats so far this season. But now, Manchester United game is a pressure one, and we have to beat Manchester United, or else we're in big trouble. On that note, people, I end the video. Please, thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel. It will mean a lot to me. Thank you so much, people. Love you all. Respect you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anshul, by everyone involved. Thank you so much.